Without seeing them with your own eyes, would you believe these places actually exist on Earth? These aren't scenes from a science fiction movie about Mars. These are unreal places that truly exist in the heart of our planet. Here, nature creates its own rules, defying all geographical knowledge we've known for decades. And what created these bizarre structures that science has spent centuries trying to decipher? Join us now as we journey to some of the world's most unreal places. We are unveiling mysteries that even scientists haven't been able to definitively explain.
Blood Falls, Antarctica. Approximately 2 million years ago, a saltwater lake was isolated beneath the Taylor Glacier. Completely devoid of light and oxygen, and extremely salty, the water in this lake was rich in iron. When this salty water leaks through the cracks and comes into contact with oxygen, it is immediately oxidized, creating a red color. What shocked the scientific community was the existence of ancient bacteria in this harsh environment. They survived by converting sulfate into sulfite, using iron to sustain life instead of photosynthesis. Cano, Cristales River, Colombia. Often known as the Rainbow River, it is one of Colombia's top destinations. It is a safe and enchanting place where you can admire some of the world's most spectacular scenery. The five-colored river is at its most vibrant between July and November, when Macarenia clavigera blooms. This plant produces a brilliant red pigment that covers the riverbed, creating a spectacular display of color. The contrast between the red and the green vegetation, the blue sky, and the clear water creates a breathtaking spectacle. The colors are most vibrant when the water level is low and the sunlight shines at the right angle onto the riverbed. Dallol Island, Mexico. Thousands of old, worn-out dolls with empty or mud-stained eyes hang from tree branches or fences. In the scorching Mexican sun, they don't bring out any cuteness, but create a gloomy atmosphere. It all began with Don Julian Santana Barrera, who left his family to live in seclusion on this island around the 1950s. Legend says that Julian found the body of a little girl who had drowned in the canal near the island. Shortly afterward, he found a doll washed ashore. Believing it belonged to the little girl, he hung it on a tree as a way to comfort her soul. Eternal Flame Falls, USA. It is a 9-meter-high waterfall consisting of 2 sections. The top section is a narrow waterfall nearly 2 meters high. The second section widens to more than double its width as it cascades down slate. A small cave to the right contains an underground spring with natural gas which can be ignited to create a flame 10 to 20 centimeters high. As you approach the falls, a natural gas odor, similar to rotten eggs, permeates the gorge. This is the result of leaks from the organic-rich Hanover shale layers known as the Unreal Places. The gas is produced during the decomposition of organic matter in pressurized rock deposits and escapes through cracks and debris. Dallol, Ethiopia. If you only look at the photos, you'll be amazed by the lemon-yellow lakes interspersed with the orange-red hues of iron. These lakes are essentially sulfuric acid and dissolved salts. The pH here can drop to below 0. The strong smell of sulfur and toxic gases spewing from the vents make breathing difficult. The terrible isolation and the corrosive effects of salt on the machinery cause the projects to fail one after another. After World War II, the railway line was dismantled and people gradually fled this hell, leaving behind a town made of salt. The story of Dallol would be incomplete without the Afar people today, who remain the only ones who challenge this place. Haukadalur, Iceland. Located on the famous Golden Circle, it is one of the rare places in the world where you can feel the heat from the Earth's core. The story of Haukadalur is intertwined with the rise and fall of the Great Geyser. Geothermal activity here has existed for approximately 10,000 years. In the 19th century, geyser erupted with extreme force, attracting scientists from around the world. There was a time when people tried to stimulate geyser to erupt by pouring soap into its spout. This created spectacular displays, but clogged the natural duct system, causing it to gradually cease functioning. Kawah Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. Right in the middle of the crater lies a stunning turquoise lake. But don't let the color fool you. This is the world's largest lake of sulfuric and hydrochloric acid. It can melt metal and cause severe burns in an instant. Behind the dazzling beauty that attracts thousands of tourists lies a haunting story of the survival of sulfur miners. This is the painful yet resilient soul of Kawah Ijen. Nazca lines Peru, located on the arid coastal plains of Peru, about 400 kilometers south of Lima. The giant ground drawings in Nazca and the Jumana steppe region span an area of approximately 450 square kilometers. These lines etched into the ground surface between 500 BC and 500 AD. It is one of the greatest mysteries of archaeology because of its number, nature, size, and continuity. The gigantic drawings depict living creatures, stylized plants, and imaginary beings, as well as geometric shapes. It is believed that they served a ritualistic astronomical function. Deadvlei, Namibia. The combination of pristine white clay soil, the surrounding fiery red sand dunes. The main highlight is the dark, twisted acacia tree trunks, standing alone like artistic sculptures in an installation. Approximately 900 to 1,000 years ago, this area was a lush green oasis thanks to the Surt River overflowing after heavy rains. However, due to climate change, the massive sand dunes shifted and blocked the river's path. The oasis was cut off from its source of life and gradually dried up. Rainbow Mountain, Peru. Also known as Vinicunca, Rainbow Mountain is a popular destination that attracts visitors with the beauty of its mineral veins. The most iconic image is adorned with streaks of rusty red, earthy yellow, bright red, turquoise, and gold. At 17,060 feet, this mountain isn't actually the tallest in the area. It is famous for its striped and colorful appearance, a phenomenon caused by its unique mineral and geological composition. The vibrant colors of Rainbow Mountain come from a blend of mineral deposits, creating its striking striped appearance. This is the result of layers of clay sandstone and gypsum exposed due to the movement of tectonic plates and the melting of glaciers. Mano del Desierto, Chile. Located in the Atacama Desert, Chile, about 75 kilometers south of Antofagasta, right next to the Pan American Highway. This hand didn't appear by chance. It's the result of an artistic effort to break the eerie silence of the Atacama Desert. Artist Mario Irarrázaval wanted to use the image of a hand rising from the earth to depict the loneliness and helplessness of humanity. In a lifeless desert, the hand looks like a cry for help, or the last vestige of a buried civilization. For many Chileans, the work also carries profound political significance. Matmata, Tunisia. It is a famous Berber village, particularly known as a filming location for Star Wars. The main tourist attraction in this beautiful and unique village is Luke Skywalker's house. It has now been converted into a hotel and still houses many props from the films. From afar, the village is unremarkable, and only upon approaching do you realize there's something special about it, and the legend begins. Legend has it that the first underground houses in Matmata, Tunisia, were built as a way to protect the inhabitants from the tribal chiefs. The construction of these hidden underground houses kept the residents safe at night because the village was very difficult to detect. Manshiyat Naser, nestled at the foot of the Makatam Cliffs on the outskirts of Cairo, is home to approximately 60,000 to 100,000 Zabaleen people. Unlike typical slums here, garbage is not waste, it is property. Every square meter, every rooftop, every stairwell is filled with sacks of plastic, paper, metal, and glass. The story of Manshiyat Naser begins in the 1940s when impoverished farmers from Upper Egypt migrated to Cairo. With no land, they chose garbage collection as a means of livelihood. Slab City. It has been known by many different names over the years. Despite having many nicknames, Slab City is most often referred to as the Slabs, the last free place on Earth. With a population of around 150 people living there year-round, which typically increases to about 4,000 during the winter months. Although it's much more prosperous here than most other places, it's unlikely to be the anarchist stronghold one might think. Most of the people living here receive some form of government assistance. Badab-e Surt, Iran. Scientifically speaking, Badab-e Surt is a system of travertine terraces. However, what sets it apart from places like Pamukkale is its color. Locals have regarded this place as a gift from the earth for centuries. Ancient warriors and nomads often stopped here to bathe in the salt lakes. They believe that this water not only washes away worldly impurities, but also has the ability to restore strength and heal painful wounds. Crooked Forest, Poland. This is a forest of 400 strangely shaped pine trees located near the town of Gryfino, West Pomerania, Poland. These pines were planted around 1930, when the area was still part of the German province of Pomerania. From the base, the pines grow bent at a 90-degree angle toward the north, but then bend back to grow straight up towards the sky. Despite the unnatural curves that bend to the sides, these trees are generally healthy and grow up to 50 feet tall. There are many theories about this mystery, although there is virtually no evidence to support any of them regarding the unreal places. Some suggest that the unusual gravitational pull in this area causes trees to bend towards the north. Eye of the Sahara, Mauritania. Located in the vast Sahara Desert of Mauritania, the Richat Formation is a giant concentric arc with a diameter of up to 40 kilometers. It looks like a giant rock flower blooming amidst a sea of golden sand, or like a colossal target sculpted by nature. Initially, due to its perfectly rounded shape, many believed it to be the impact crater of a giant meteorite from millions of years ago. However, the lack of altered minerals caused by the immense pressure has refuted this. Modern studies suggest this is a dome-shaped rock formation that eroded approximately 100 million years ago. Devil's Bridge, Germany. It's a magnificent rock arch spanning a small lake in a tranquil park, giving you the feeling of stepping into a magical fairy tale. In Europe, there are many Devil's Bridges and countless stories about how they were built. Although the stories vary, they generally tell of the bridge being built with the help of the devil. Built in the 19th century in Kromlauer Park, famous for its perfectly circular reflection on the water's surface. Friedrich Röttger acquired the Kromlau estate in 1842 and is renowned for designing the park and the iconic Rakotsbrücke Bridge. His legacy is a testament to his love of nature and innovative landscape design. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Located in Bolivia, this is the world's largest salt flat, covering an area of over 10,000 square kilometers. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water spreads across the salt surface, transforming the entire area into a giant mirror. At this moment, the sky and the ground merge into one, creating a horizonless space, an experience known as walking on clouds. Approximately 30,000 to 42,000 years ago, This area was part of a massive prehistoric lake called Minchin. As the lake dried up due to climate change, it left behind 2 smaller lakes and 2 large salt fields. Moeraki Road uses New Zealand. If you set foot on Kekohe Beach, you'll feel like you've just stumbled into a chess game played by the gods. Dozens of nearly perfect spherical rocks, some up to 2 meters high and weighing several tons, are scattered across the sand. According to Maori belief, these stones are not natural rocks. The story tells of the legendary Araituru dugout canoe, one of the large ocean-going ships that carried their ancestors to New Zealand. These round stones are actually baskets containing eels, gourds, and sweet potatoes from the shipwreck, which have fossilized over time. Green Lake, Austria. The name Blue Lake is not an exaggeration. The lake's water is an incredibly clear emerald green. The magic lies in the fact that this clarity is due to the meltwater from the snow on the surrounding karst mountains. In spring and early summer, when temperatures rise, the snow from the mountains melts and flows into that valley that's unreal places. The allure of Grüne See lies in the intersection of 2 worlds. Previously, it was a holy grail for scuba divers. They came here to experience the feeling of walking underwater, along trails, and sitting on benches at the bottom of the lake. Hutawan, China. Located in China's Shanxi province, it has been abandoned for many years, but it doesn't look dilapidated at all. On the contrary, it is the most beautiful and lush green village in the world, with almost every building covered in vibrant vegetation. This emerald gem, located about 40 miles from Shanghai, was once a thriving settlement. In the early 1990s, as this small bay increasingly failed to meet the growing demands of the fishing industry, later residents began migrating inland in search of other jobs and a better life, a common trend in many small Chinese villages. Gradually, most of the houses were abandoned, and now only a few residents remain. Mount Huashan Plank Walk, China. It is one of China's 5 sacred mountains, famous for its steepest and most rugged terrain. This wooden plank path was built over 700 years ago by Xia Yuanxi, a Taoist practitioner of the Quanzhen sect during the Yuan dynasty. He built it so he could travel to secluded caves on cliffs in search of absolute tranquility for cultivating immortality. Initially, the path consisted only of wooden planks nailed to the cliff face with handcrafted iron nails. Ancient hermits traversed this path without safety ropes or modern equipment like we have today. They considered overcoming the fear of death as part of their spiritual cultivation process. Silfra Rift, Iceland. Filled with pristine glacial spring water, it's a paradise for divers who can snorkel among coral reefs or dive between tectonic plates. Numerous snorkeling and diving tours are organized daily, offering visitors a safe way to experience the tranquil depths. Located within Thingvellir National Park, one of the main stops on the Golden Circle tours. This area is easily accessible by rental car and is ideal for a day trip in southwest Iceland. This is the only diving location in the world where you can explore the rift between 2 continents. This rift formed when the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates slowly drifted apart, widening by about 2 centimeters each year. Christ of the Abyss, Italy. The statue named Il Cristo degli Abissi is located in San Fruttuoso Bay between Camoli and Portofino on the Italian Riviera. The idea originated from the legendary diver Duilio Marcante. Marcante wanted to place a symbol at the bottom of the sea to protect all those who consider the ocean their home or their livelihood. The statue, approximately 2.5 meters tall and weighing 260 kilograms, was cast by sculptor Guido Galletti. Remarkably, the copper used to cast the statue was salvaged from medals, parts of ships, and even church bells. The statue was launched into the water on August 29, 1954, at a depth of approximately 17 meters. Spotted Lake, Canada. If you look from above in the summer, you'll see it's no longer a calm, still body of water. And this is an endorheic salt lake in the summer, the heat causing the water to evaporate minerals rapidly. For thousands of years, the indigenous people have used the water and mud here for healing. Each spot is believed to possess a unique healing property ranging from skin diseases to war wounds. There's a story that says, during a tribal war, both sides agreed to a truce so they could bathe together in this lake. After being healed, they realized the wonder of nature and decided to end the war. Iceland. It is an uninhabited island located off the southern coast of Iceland. Famous for being home to the loneliest house in the world, the island cannot be visited without permission from the landowner. This volcanic archipelago, known as Vestmannaeyjar in Icelandic, is relatively young geologically. It only emerged above sea level about 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. The plateau where the Elodie hunting lodge is located is covered with short grass and moss, along with a few hills. Cenote Ik Kil, Mexico. This is an open cenote located approximately 26 meters below ground, with a rounded opening leading down into the earth. The most distinctive feature of Ik Kil is the network of vine roots cascading down from above to the water's surface. The water here is a deep blue, about 40 meters deep, creating a feeling that is both serene and majestic. For the ancient Maya, cenotes like Ik Kil were not only sources of fresh water, but also held ultimate spiritual significance. The Maya believed that these sinkholes were the entrances to Xibalba, where the gods resided, especially the rain god Chak. Archaeologists have found gold jewelry and even human remains at the bottom of Lake Ik Kil. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. Located in northeastern Brazil, on the eastern coast of Maranhão, in the transitional zone between three Brazilian ecosystems. More than half of its area is a region of white coastal sand dunes with temporary and permanent lagoons. Along the coast, prevailing winds have shaped sand dunes, which are filled in during the rainy season to form lagoons of various colors. This area reveals its most beautiful scenery when the lagoons reach their maximum volume, creating a rare beauty. The origin of this sand dune area is related to the deposition of sediments from periods of sea level rise and fall. The park's vegetation includes pioneer communities such as Restinga, mangrove forests, and alluvial communities. Airy Chimneys, Turkey. This is a stunning combination of colors, the yellow tones of the tough rock and the dark brown of the basalt caps. This contrast creates a landscape that seems straight out of science fiction or dreams of another planet. Standing in this valley, humans suddenly feel insignificant before the power of time. Millions of years ago, volcanic eruptions covered the area with a thick layer of ash, which then solidified into a soft rock called tuff. Over time, wind and rain eroded the soft rock faster than the hard rock, leaving behind the characteristic mushroom-shaped rock formations. Fly Geyser, USA. In 1916, local people drilled a well hoping to find water to irrigate the desert. They struck a pocket of geothermal water nearly 200 degrees Celsius. The well was later abandoned because the water was too hot. Minerals dissolved in the water settle and accumulate over the years, forming raised masses with bizarre shapes. The vibrant red, green, and yellow hues aren't simply due to minerals, but rather to thermophilic algae. These microorganisms thrive in harsh environments where temperature and light conditions change constantly. Chocolate Hills, Philippines. The most striking feature is the almost perfect shape of about 1,268 to 1,776 conical or pyramidal hills. Their symmetry and large number create a surreal landscape almost unbelievable to be created by nature. With the lush green grass covering the hills, turning dark brown reminiscent of giant stacked kisses chocolates. Famous for the story of two giants who fought each other for days when they left behind these hills as the battlefield. As one of the most visited tourist destinations in the Philippines, it plays an important role in the economy of Bohol province. It offers a unique experience, especially when viewed from high observation decks. Mano Lake, USA, located on the eastern edge of California between the arid Great Basin and the snow-capped Sierra Nevada mountains. It is an ancient salt lake covering over 70 square miles and supporting a unique and highly productive ecosystem. The lake is home to trillions of brine shrimp and alkali flies, millions of birds, and freshwater streams that flow into it. Along the lake's shores, majestic limestone formations known as tufa towers rise from the water's surface. In the mid-1800s, mineral prospectors and pioneers arrived to make a living from the rocks and soil of the area. The battle to protect Mano Lake from excessive water diversion toward Los Angeles began in the last century and continues. Snake Island, Brazil. It's not just an ordinary island. It's a nightmare for some, but an invaluable biological treasure. Snake Island became infamous for its golden lancehead viper. Beginning approximately 11,000 years ago, rising sea levels severed the waterway connecting the island to mainland Brazil. The snakes trapped on the island had no natural predators, but also no prey on land. Because birds can fly away if the venom doesn't take effect immediately, this snake possesses an extremely potent venom. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. With an area of nearly 30,000 hectares, it is located in the lowlands of the Dinarides mountain range in the central part of the country. In a stunning karst landscape with a combination of forests and meadows, the majestic Plitvice Lake system stands out. Connected by numerous waterfalls and streams, both above and below ground, the lakes are divided into upper and lower lakes. The upper lake is formed on dolomite rock, has a gently sloping terrain, and is surrounded by dense forest. The lake system is the result of millennia of geological and biochemical processes creating natural dams known as tufa barriers. Setenil de las Bodegas, Spain. Instead of roof tiles, hundreds of houses here use the massive protruding basalt cliffs as their roofs and walls. You'll find streets like Calle Cuevas del Sol or Calle Cuevas de la Sombra, where the rocks obscure the sky. Thanks to the thick layer of rocks surrounding them, the houses here maintain a stable temperature, cool in summer and warm in winter. Derived from the Latin phrase septem nihil, meaning 7 times nothing. This is a reminder of a medieval war when the army had to besiege the fortified stronghold 7 times before finally breaking through it. Yukon, Norway. Nestled in a majestic landscape of mountains, waterfalls, and river valleys. It comprises a cluster of pioneering hydroelectric power plants, transmission lines, transport systems, and towns. The Jukan-Notodden Industrial Heritage Site exhibits a unique blend of industrial themes and properties integrated into the landscape. It demonstrates the significant exchange of technological advancements at the beginning of the 20th century. This heritage site is protected under the Cultural Heritage Act of 1978, as amended in 2009. Stone Forest, China, where millions of years of erosion have turned limestone into giant pillars that look like fossil forests. Formed about 270 million years ago during the Carboniferous period of the Paleozoic era, this area was once part of the ancient Yunnan Guizhou Sea. Geological uplift, combined with erosion from groundwater and the surface, has created unique karst formations. Stone columns up to 30 meters high, resembling swords, mushrooms, or towers, spread over an area of more than 500 square kilometers. Palm Islands, United Arab Emirates. In the late 1990s, Dubai's Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum realized that oil reserves were running out. He needed a boost to transform Dubai into a global tourism hub. To create Palm Jumeirah, engineers faced unprecedented challenges. The island's main structure is entirely sand and rock. They used over 94 million cubic meters of sand and 7 million tons of rock. To ensure perfect aerial views, sandblasting vessels must utilize GPS positioning technology that is accurate to the centimeter. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. Located deep within the Coyote Buttes north, between the Arizona and Utah state borders. Its story begins in the Jurassic period, a vast sandy desert where towering sand dunes were compressed. Initially, small streams of floodwater flowed through the cracks, eroding the rock into U-shaped grooves. Over millions of years, winds carrying sand meticulously polished the rock's surface, creating undulating patterns. The vibrant red, burnt, orange, pale pink, and lemon yellow hues are not accidental. Gioia Island, Italy. Just south of the Posillipo coast, one of Naples' most famous neighborhoods. What looks like a pair of small islands turns out to be just a single island, with two massive rocks connected by a very thin rock arch. Viewed from the sea, it's a wonderfully bizarre sight, but this peculiar bridge isn't the only unusual thing about Gioia Island. The island's haunting reputation began in the early 19th century when it was home to a hermit. Later, in 1871, the island was purchased by Luigi Negri, the owner of a major fishing company. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Located in northern Tanzania, near the border with neighboring Kenya, Lake Natron lies northeast of the Ngorongoro crater. The landscape is dominated by Old Doinyo Lengai, an active volcano located just south of Lake Natron. This lake, with a maximum length of 56 kilometers, is primarily supplied with water from rivers and hot springs. Because water cannot drain from the lake, the rate of evaporation is very high, leaving behind natron and trona. The surrounding landscape is bizarre due to its proximity to a deadly body of water, yet it is rich in rare flora and fauna. Deadvlei, Namibia. This is a rare place where nature perfectly combines extreme color tones. The fiery orange of the world's tallest sand dunes, the cracked white earth of the dried-up lake bed, and the deep, cloudless blue sky. The story of Deadvlei is not a sudden tragedy, but rather a slow transformation by Mother Nature. After heavy rains, The Sorchab River overflowed its banks, creating temporary lakes. Acacia trees began to sprout, transforming the area into a lush green oasis in the heart of the Namib Desert. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. It is a system of approximately 40,000 jet-black basalt columns stacked on top of each other in an incredible fashion. Most of the columns are hexagonal, but you can also find columns with 4, 5, 7, or even 8 sides. Natural Wonders looks like a giant, man-made paved road leading straight down to the sea. Legend has it that Finn McCool, an Irish giant, was challenged by a Scottish giant named Benandonna. To confront his enemy, Finn built a stone road across the North Channel so the two could meet. Pamukkale, Turkey. From a distance, Pamukkale looks like a snow-capped mountain, bathed in the golden sunlight of the Aegean region. But in reality, that pure white color isn't snow or ice, but rather travertine, formed over thousands of years. The stark white of the limestone contrasts perfectly with the turquoise color of the spring water and the sky. Few people know that situated right above those pristine white limestone steps lies the ruins of Hierapolis. Hierapolis was not only a commercial center, but also one of the world's oldest health-restoring stations.
Pangong Tso Lake, India. Located at an altitude of about 14,270 feet in the Himalayas, it spans India and the Tibet Autonomous Region. In a single day, the color of the lake can change from crystal clear blue to emerald green and sometimes gray or red. This change is due to the angle of the sun, the density of minerals, and the depth of the lake. In addition, this lake is cut in half by the line of actual control, a de facto border that is not clearly defined. About the western third of the lake is under Indian control, while the rest belongs to China. It is symbolic of the lingering impasse in resolving the broader border issue between the two countries. Phoksundo Lake, Nepal. A natural sculpture located at an altitude of 3,611 meters in Shea Phoksundo National Park. Phoksundo is famous for its extraordinary emerald or sapphire blue color. This color is the result of the near absolute purity and the absence of aquatic life provided by melting glaciers. With an estimated depth of 145 meters, Phoksundo is one of the deepest lakes in Nepal. The stillness of the lake's surface reflecting the sky and mountain peaks gives an indescribable sense of depth and majesty. Not only is it ecologically important, it also carries a deep cultural and spiritual soul, especially for the local people. Rara Lake, Nepal. Also affectionately known as Mahadev Pokhari by the Nepalese, it is the largest freshwater lake in Nepal. Located at an altitude of 2,990 meters in Rara National Park, this is one of the most stunningly beautiful and difficult to access places. The lake's surface is so calm and clear that it perfectly reflects the snow-capped mountains of Kanjiroba Chuchamara Peak. The watercolor changes with the seasons, and light, brilliant emerald green in summer, mysterious dark blue in autumn. According to local Hindu legend, Rara Lake was created by Lord Vishnu as a bathing place for nymphs. It is believed that the lake's water has the power to heal illnesses and wash away sins. Lake Tawada, Japan. Nestled on the border of Aomori and Akita prefectures, it is not only a scenic spot, but also a spiritual experience. The lake's irregular shape, resembling an outstretched hand, creates a variety of views and coves. The maximum depth is up to 327 meters, making it the third deepest lake in Japan, giving the feeling of a sacred and unexplored abyss. It is a perfect combination of the majestic beauty of an extinct volcano and the grace and sophistication of Japanese forest ecosystems. The most famous story about Lake Tawada is the battle between two gods, Nam Kong and Hachiro Taro. According to legend, two dragons fought fiercely for dominance of Lake Tawada. Lake Baikal, Russia. Located in southern Siberia, between the federal subjects of Irkutsk Oblast to the northwest and the Republic of Buryatia to the southeast. The lake covers an area of about 12,200 square miles, is 395 miles long, and has an average width of 30 miles. It is also the world's largest freshwater lake by volume, containing about 1/5 of the Earth's surface fresh water. Situated in a deep crater structure surrounded by mountains, some of which rise more than 2,000 meters above the lake's surface. Sedimentary layers at the bottom of the lake can be up to 6,100 meters thick. Cracks in the Earth's crust create hot mineral springs in the area. If I could only choose one place to see before I die, it would be Lake Baikal in March, when the turquoise ice sparkles in the sun. Yamdrok Lake, Tibet. Often referred to as Yamdrok, it is one of the most beautiful landscapes and spiritually important symbols of Tibet. The watercolor changes constantly according to the light and angle, from bright turquoise to emerald green. The lake lies in the middle of a giant valley surrounded by snow-capped mountains all year round. Tibetans say that a couple who were deeply in love jumped into the lake and committed suicide. Heaven and earth were moved and turned their blood and tears into a deep blue lake. It is not only a lake symbolizing the pristine beauty, the eternal faith, and the natural wonders of Tibet before the modern era. Dal Lake, Srinagar. Renowned as the soul of Srinagar and a living symbol of Kashmir. with majestic views surrounded by the snow-capped Pir Panjal mountain range and vibrant life happening on the water. Wooden boat experience. The flat-bottomed boats, decorated brightly, glide gently on the water. Out there are houseboats intricately carved from cedar, offering a luxurious and close-to-nature stay experience. Dal Lake was once a favorite retreat of Mughal emperors who built beautiful terraced gardens along its banks. The lake is not just a landscape, but also a complex ecosystem with islands formed from mud and aquatic plants called rad. Lake Pichola, India. It is an artificial lake created in 1362 by a Banjara nomad during the reign of Maharana Lakha. Initially, it was only a source of water for the people, but by the 16th century, under the hands of Maharana Uday Singh II, as the sun sets, the entire Aravalli mountain range turns orange and purple, and magnificent white palaces like the Lake Palace. Lake Pichola is not only beautiful, it is greedy beautiful, both royally elegant and wild in nature. If Venice is the city of bridges, then Udaipur is the city of swimming palaces. And the heart of it all is Lake Pichola, where every time the sun sets, the whole world seems to stop breathing for a few seconds to watch. Qinghai Lake, China. Not only is it the largest lake in China, but it is also a geographical and ecological wonder located on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. The lake water changes color constantly, from a bright emerald green at noon to a dark, mysterious blue in the evening. This green contrasts strongly with the bright yellow of the rapeseed fields blooming in summer, creating a brilliant natural picture. With an altitude of 3,200 meters, the air is fresh, cool, and the sky is blue without a cloud. Feel the closest to heaven and earth, with clouds drifting seemingly just out of reach. Naki Lake, India. Located at an altitude of about 1,200 meters in the hill town of Mount Abu, the Natural Wonders Hill Resort of Rajasthan State. The name Naki in the local language means nail, according to the most famous legend. The gods used their fingernails to dig a lake in just one night to get clean water and protect the people from an evil demon. When the lake was almost finished, The demon imitated the rooster crowing, making the gods think it was almost dawn and stop. Therefore, the lake was not as deep as originally planned, but still deep enough to become a sacred water source. Inle Lake, Myanmar. The most prominent feature, almost the trademark of Inle Lake, is the rowing style of the fishermen of the Intha tribe. Instead of using their hands, fishermen stand on the bow of the boat and wrap one leg around the oar to steer and maintain balance. This allows them to stand upright to better observe the seaweed and fish below the water surface. This is a great adaptation to large lake environments where the water is not very deep, but there is a lot of underwater vegetation. The Intha community has developed a unique way of life, building villages and monasteries on the lake. This place is a perfect blend of the majestic nature of the plateau and the ingenuity and perseverance of the Intha people. Lake Kawaguchi, Japan. Not only is it one of the 5 Fuji lakes, but it is also the place that has maintained the most classical beauty. When the weather is clear, the image of Mount Fuji is perfectly reflected on the mirror-like surface of the lake. The scenery here is especially beautiful in spring and autumn, where you can see Mount Fuji with cherry blossoms or red maple leaves. The locals believe that there is a door to the Dragon Palace at the bottom of the lake, and that Mount Fuji is the sleeping dragon. Therefore, every year on August the 1st, they hold a very sacred dragon procession. It is not only a natural wonder, but also a religion for those who have once stood still for hours just to admire Mount Fuji. Lake Ashi, Japan. The lake was formed after the eruption of Mount Hakone about 3,000 years ago, located at an altitude of 723 meters above sea level. The biggest attraction is the stunning view of the majestic Mount Fuji, reflected in the calm waters of Lake Ashi. This view, especially on a clear day, is considered one of the most perfect symbols of Japanese tourism. In particular, the giant red torii gate standing tall on the water is a classic photo icon. During the Edo period, Lake Ashi was an important part of the Tokaido, the main route connecting the ancient capital of Kyoto with Edo. A destination, it is a cultural experience where you can go sailing, admire one of the most beautiful mountains in the world, Lake Biwa, Japan. With an area of about 670 square kilometers, it occupies almost the entire northeastern part of Shiga Prefecture. That is why Lake Biwa is often called the Mirror of Kyoto. The name Biwa comes from the shape of the lake, which resembles a biwa, a traditional Japanese lute. The ancient Japanese believed that it was the goddess Benzaiten, the goddess of arts, who transformed into Lake Biwa. It's not just a lake, but the heart of the Kansai region, where nature is 4 million years old. If you only have one day near Kyoto and want to escape the crowds, spend it in Biwako. Lake Sevan, Armenia. It is the largest lake in Armenia and one of the highest freshwater lakes in the world. Sevan's unique location on the plateau gives it a cool climate and breathtaking views. Standing by the lake, you feel a serenity and majesty that only the highlands can offer. The lake's name is sometimes translated as Black Lake, but in fact Sevan's waters are a stunning array of colors. From brilliant emerald green in the morning to deep cobalt blue in the bright sunlight, and turns silver gray during storms. It is the heart and soul of Armenia, where one can find peace, admire ancient monuments. Ik Kil Lake, Kyrgyzstan. It is the second largest alpine lake in the world and one of the deepest. Its enormous size creates the feeling of standing in front of a landlocked ocean. The name Ik Kil in Kyrgyz means hot lake, or more precisely, non-frozen lake. Amazingly, at 1,607 meters above sea level and surrounded by mountain peaks, the lake never freezes. It was also an important stop on the Northern Silk Road, a crossroads of civilizations. Merchants, scholars, and explorers from the east and west stopped by the shores of this lake. Kandy Lake, Kazakhstan. If you thought the most beautiful landscapes on the planet were in New Zealand or Patagonia, Kandy Lake will make you think again. Deep in the Chan Kemen Gorge of the Tian Shan Mountains, about 130 kilometers east of Almaty, In 1911, a landslide blocked the flow of the valley, creating a natural dam nearly 100 meters high. Rainwater and meltwater from the mountain peak over 3,000 meters high gradually accumulated, submerging an entire spruce forest. The lake water has a high pH and is very cold, so the submerged spruce trunks almost do not decompose. More than 110 years have passed, and they still stand intact underwater like giant pillars. Kholsai Lakes, Kazakhstan. A masterpiece of natural sculpture created by the perfect combination of glaciers and the harsh geology of the Tian Shan mountain range. Nestled in a narrow valley, the calm waters create a perfect reflection of the surrounding mountain peaks. What sets Kholsai apart is not just the ethereal blue water, a result of minerals washed from ancient glaciers. As you climb, you'll see a distinct transition from the dense fir forest of the lower lake to the bare open alpine landscape of the upper lake. The most popular story associated with this beauty is the legend of the mountain cry, or ice tears. Legend has it that her tears fell, forming 3 crystal-clear lakes, each representing a different emotional stage. Big Almaty Lake, Kazakhstan. is one of the most precious gems of the Tian Shan Range, located only about 15-20 kilometers south of Almaty City. The lake's watercolor changes constantly during the day, from a brilliant emerald green at 10-11 a.m. to a deep blue at noon. The reason is that the bottom of the lake is a layer of extremely smooth glacier silt that reflects light, plus a depth of 30-40 meters. The lake was formed naturally by a massive earthquake that caused a landslide, creating a giant natural dam blocking the Big Almaty River. The Kazakhs say that once upon a time, there was a girl who fell in love with a boy from a rival tribe. The two were chaste, and the girl's tears turned into a blue lake, and the boy's turned into the highest mountain protecting the lake. Therefore, the locals rarely call the lake by its Russian name, but affectionately call it Almaty Koli, the Lake of Almaty. Kelimutu Lakes, Indonesia. What makes Kelimutu legendary are the three crater lakes that sit close together on the summit, but have surprisingly different colors. The color change is believed to be caused by chemical reactions occurring in the lake water. Volcanic gases such as sulfur released from vents at the bottom of the lake interact with minerals such as iron and manganese. The redox balance and the concentration of different elements in each tank will regulate the color. They can change from deep blue to green blood red, coffee brown, or even black. For the local Leo people, Kelimutu is more than just a mountain. It is a spiritual home and the final resting place of departed souls. Lake Sentani, Indonesia. As the largest lake in Papua, its size and complex shape create a diverse freshwater ecosystem. The lake is relatively shallow, but has large seasonal variations in water level, which affects the lives of local communities. Unlike many other tectonic lakes, the terrain surrounding Sentani is a mix of steep limestone mountains and wetlands. Like many other communities, the Sentani have stories about the lake's origins, often involving a mythical creature or a cosmic event. These stories reinforce the deep spiritual connection between people and the water. A place, a story of resilience, harmony between humans and nature, and a heritage in urgent need of protection. Lake Batur, Indonesia. Located at an altitude of about 1,050 meters above sea level, the lake is nestled in the giant crater of the supervolcano Batur. With a depth of nearly 100 meters and a width of 140 square kilometers, Thanks to its majestic size, this is one of the largest volcanic lakes in the world. The water quality is very good, even good enough to be used as a source of drinking water for local people. There are many stories and legends that come to mind when traveling through this beautiful island. However, perhaps the most famous is the story of a kind giant who once lived in the area with the local people. As a result, he destroyed their village, and the people trapped the giant in a giant pit where they buried him. Lake Tondano, North Sulawesi. Lake Tondano is a tectonic lake and a natural wonder located in a giant ancient depression. This explains its large, somewhat irregular shape and is surrounded by majestic volcanic peaks. It is surrounded by important mountains such as Mount Soputan, Mount Kawah, Mount Tangkoko. The presence of these volcanoes creates a dramatic landscape, while also providing an abundant source of mineral water. The lake's serene beauty, especially at sunrise or sunset, attracts visitors seeking tranquility and boating. Lake Maninjau, Indonesia. Located in the heart of a giant volcanic crater formed from a terrifying eruption about 52,000 years ago. Standing on the top of Kellock 44 Pass, you will see the whole lake like a giant emerald green mirror surrounded by lush green hills. The Minangkabau people say that long ago there were two brothers who loved the same girl. When discovered by the villagers, they were cursed. The older brother turned into a volcano, and the younger brother and the girl turned into Lake Maninjau. Maninjau is not just a beautiful lake. It is a sad poem written by nature with water and volcanoes. If you like places that are quiet, soulful, have stories, and are beautiful enough to make you stay silent for a few minutes just to admire. Lake Singkarak, Indonesia. It was formed by the movement of tectonic plates, specifically along the Sumatra Fault. With an area of about 107 square kilometers and a maximum depth of 268 meters, the lake gives a feeling of vastness and majesty. Standing on the shore, we see the water surface stretching out like a small ocean, surrounded by lush green hills. The stillness of the lake, along with the morning mist hanging over the water, creates an ideal atmosphere for relaxation and contemplation. It is a complete contrast to the hustle and bustle of modern life. Segara Anak Lake, Indonesia. Imagine standing 2,004 meters above sea level, facing a lake that is about 11 square kilometers wide and up to 230 meters deep. The name Segara Anak translates to Child of the Sea in Sasak, the language of the local Lombok people. And indeed, its deep blue water is reminiscent of the vast ocean, not a high mountain lake. But the beauty is not limited to the unusually warm lake water, which ranges from 20-22 C, surrounded by natural hot springs that are said to have miraculous healing powers. It is also a bridge between the turbulent past of volcanoes, the peaceful present of nature, and the sacred future of humanity. Lake Kuvsgul, Mongolia. Dubbed the dark blue pearl of Mongolia, it boasts a rare combination of breathtaking beauty and global ecological importance. It is the largest freshwater lake in Mongolia by volume and the second deepest in the world, with a maximum depth of 262 meters. This vastness creates an overwhelming and isolating feeling as you stand among the mountains covered in taiga forest. Geologically, Kuvsgul has a dramatic story. It lies in the same tectonic fault belt as Lake Baikal and was formed through similar tectonic activity. This story emphasizes that Kavsgol is more than just an ordinary lake. It is an ancient relic part of a vast freshwater lake system. Tuyen Lum Lake, Vietnam. If Xuân Huang Lake is the romantic heart in the heart of proud Dallol, then Tuyen Lum Lake is the tranquil soul. This is a vivid ink painting where the majesty of the Central Highlands mountains and forests is gentle on the water surface. The lake is surrounded by vast green pine hills. The clear lake surface reflects the sky and clouds, creating a pure blue space. In particular, in the dry season, the lake surface becomes even calmer, while in the maple leaf fall season, it takes on a rare red color. Different from the hustle and bustle of the city center, Tuyen Lum offers an absolutely peaceful and quiet atmosphere. Xuân Huang Lake, Vietnam. Not only is it the heart of Dallol City, but it is also one of the most beautiful lakes in Vietnam and Asia. Located right in the heart of the foggy city, the lake has a beauty that is both poetic, mysterious, and romantic. With an area of about 32 hectares, the soft crescent shape curves among the deep green pine forest. The lake's surface is as calm as a giant mirror, reflecting the sky clouds, pine forests, and ancient French roofs around. The lake is named after the poetess Ho Xuan Huang, famous for her bold, witty, and feminist poems of the feudal era. Kamakura Snow Village, Iyama. Located in Nagano Prefecture, a region famous for its majestic mountains and known as Japan's snow country. This is an ideal location for those who want to experience a true winter without the hustle and bustle of large ski resorts. What makes Kamakura Snow Village special is its traditional hemispherical snow huts, also known as kamakura. Originally building kamakura was not just for fun, but also meant praying for a bountiful harvest and well-being for the family. Local people believed that creating these snow huts would bring blessings from the gods. Mount Kurikoma Miyagi. The surrounding area has been designated a national park, preserving pristine oak forests and wetlands. From mid-September to mid-October, broadleaf trees such as oak and maple adorn the entire mountain. Additionally, hiking trails starting from Akita and Iwate prefectures lead to a majestic volcanic mountain range. From here, visitors can fully admire the famous landscape beauty of the mountain. After about an hour of climbing, visitors will reach an elevated area where they can enjoy panoramic views of the surrounding peaks. Jigokudani Monkey Park, Nagano. The dominant landscape is a blanket of white snow covering the sheer cliffs and pine forests. However, in the heart of this frigid natural wonders lies a naturally steaming hot spring. The main global attraction is the image of the snow monkeys with their thick grayish-brown fur and faces flushed red from the cold. The monkeys are submerged deep in the water, only their heads visible, enjoying the warmth amidst the biting cold. Snow monkeys are native to this high mountain region, and when temperatures drop, they struggle to stay warm. Since the 1960s, a baby monkey accidentally discovered the warmth of an onsen and began imitating humans by soaking in it. Goryokaku Fortress, Hokkaido. It was a massive star-shaped fortress in the Western style built in the late Edo period. A few years later, the fort became the site of a civil war between the shogunate army and the newly established Meiji government. After the fort lost its military importance, it was eventually converted into a public park in the 1910s. Over 1,000 cherry trees have been planted, making this one of the most beautiful cherry blossom viewing spots. At the center of the fort is the old administrative building, where officials of the shogunate once administered Hokkaido Island. Kiyomizu-dera Temple, Kyoto. The highlight of Kiyomizu-dera is its wooden stage built without a single nail and jutting out from the hillside. In winter, when the snow blankets the area, the scene becomes magical and spectacular. A thin layer of snow blankets the ancient curved tile roofs and the towering kiyaki wooden pillars, creating a stunning contrast. During the Edo period, there was a folk belief that if a person survived a jump from a height of 13 meters, their wish would come true. Records show that as many as 234 people attempted the jump, and the survival rate was an astonishing 85.4%. Today, this idiom is used to refer to gathering all your courage to do something risky or make a big decision. Nami Island, Namiseom. If you've ever seen the famous Korean drama Winter Sonata, You're probably familiar with this romantic location. Nami Island even claims its own cultural autonomy, establishing the Republic of Nami in South Korea. One of the most appealing aspects of this stunning island is the breathtaking natural beauty it offers year-round. Especially when traveling to South Korea in April, the cherry blossoms begin to bloom on the islands, creating a dreamy landscape. When winter arrives, Nami Island is covered in pristine white snow, creating a mystical and captivating beauty. In winter, Nami Island is known as a paradise of love, with its dreamy and romantic natural scenery. Gulmarg, Kashmir, India. When winter arrives, the lush green hillsides of summer are now covered with a thick layer of snow. The deodar pine and snow pine forests stand tall and majestic, each branch heavily laden with clusters of pristine white snow. It's impossible not to mention the Gulmarg Gondola, the second highest and longest cable car system in the world. Gulmarg is known as the Mecca of cross-country and freestyle skiing. The snow here has a characteristic fine powder snow quality ideal for adventure enthusiasts. Mount Seorak, Seoraksan. As the world's third largest mountain, Seoraksan is one of the most beautiful mountains in South Korea. Located in northeastern South Korea, Seoraksan is easily accessible by bus or private car. Divided into Nya Seorak, Nam Seorak, Oe Seorak, and Daecheongbong. The area boasts a total of 30 majestic mountain peaks. The highest peak is Daecheongbong, reaching 1,708 meters. It is a UNESCO-recognized biosphere reserve and home to a diverse array of plant and animal species. If you're lucky, you might have the chance to see the rare Korean musk deer or the Asian black bear. Gyeongbogung Palace, Seoul. It is not only the largest and most important palace among the 5 great palaces, especially in the pristine white of winter. The snow blankets the traditional curved gray-blue tiled roofs, creating a stunning contrast with the natural wood color. The main courtyard, where important national ceremonies take place, becomes quiet and majestic under the snow. The icy stone steps seem to tell the story of the kings and courtiers who once stood here. Winter brings a sense of tranquility, allowing visitors to appreciate the grandeur and rich history of the palace more deeply. The cold weather seems to bring everything to a standstill, leaving only the pure beauty of its heritage in natural wonders. Deogyusan National Park. Stretching from the southern slopes of Mount Sobeksan. The national park covers areas in 4 different counties in the province. The park is nestled on Mount Deogyusan, the 4th highest mountain in Korea, with its peak reaching 1,614 meters. Blessed by nature with a 36-kilometer-long valley dotted with scenic spots, lakes, and waterfalls. The mountain boasts prestigious cultural heritage sites, such as Gyeoksang Fortress. The beauty of the mountains can be admired all year round, with the snow-capped peaks being particularly stunning in winter. Cat Ba, Vietnam. It is a green gem with a perfect blend of spectacular limestone landscapes. Like Ha Long Bay, Cat Ba is adorned with hundreds of limestone mountains of varying sizes rising from the turquoise waters. The geological formations spanning millions of years have created majestic and mesmerizing shapes. As you sail through Lan Ha Bay, you'll feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale world where nature is the greatest architect. What makes Cat Ba stand out is the harmonious contrast between its lush green forests and blue seas. Much of the island is covered by Cat Bay National Park, creating a lush green carpet of vegetation that blankets the Rocky Mountain peaks. Koh Samui, Thailand. Famous for its coconut-lined beaches, luxurious resorts, coconut groves, and vibrant atmosphere, it caters to all types of visitors. Activities include visiting temples, water sports, and exploring Ang Thong Marine Park. This area is known for its diverse regions, such as the bustling Chaweng, offering natural beauty, rich culture, and vibrant nightlife. The island boasts diverse landscapes, including white sandy beaches shaded by coconut trees, coconut groves, and lush tropical rainforests. Koh Samui Island has been inhabited for approximately 15 centuries. Until the 1800s, the island began to be settled by Chinese and Malay maritime traders, attracted by its abundant resources. Koh Phangan, Thailand. It is the second largest island in the Samui archipelago in the Gulf of Thailand. It is globally renowned not only for its natural beauty, but also for its story of transformation and diversity. When mentioning Koh Phangan, the first thing that comes to mind is the full moon party. This is not just a party. It's a global ceremony that takes place monthly on Had Rin Beach. The island is covered in lush forests, waterfalls, and secluded beaches. You could spend the whole day hiking to Phang Waterfall or snorkeling at the pristine coral reefs. Pangkor, Malaysia. A tranquil place where wild hornbills perch in the trees above your luxurious patio. Where monkeys roam the whispering rainforest, their footprints lead you to beaches of fine powdery sand and emerald green. It's no coincidence that Pangkor Laut Resort is one of the most popular destinations in Malaysia. This is the only resort in the country that owns its own private island, complete with luxury amenities. Comprising 300 acres of ancient primary forest, Emerald Bay's main beach sits peacefully atop the island. Lombok, Indonesia. Located east of Bali, Lombok is not just an island, but a story of contrasts of unspoiled, uncommercialized beauty. If Bali is the glamorous princess accustomed to glitz and glamour, then Lombok is the mountain fairy that retains its rustic charm. Lombok is home to the Sasak people, an ethnic group with a distinct culture and architecture, particularly the Waktu Telu Islamic tradition. The strong presence of Islam creates an atmosphere of tranquility, solemnity, and minimal influence from Western culture. This is an emerging surfing paradise, with world-class waves but less crowded than Bali. Nusa Penida, Indonesia. It is a declaration of the wild and majestic beauty of nature, a stark contrast to the hustle and bustle. The most striking feature of Nusa Penida is its impressive landscape, where limestone cliffs rise hundreds of meters high. It is an iconic landmark of the island and a geological wonder. The rock formation jutting out into the sea resembles a T-Rex dinosaur bending down to drink. The view from the top of the cliff down to the fine white sand and turquoise water is breathtaking and unforgettable. Sulawesi, Indonesia. Nestled in the heart of the Indonesian archipelago, Sulawesi Island is hidden amidst pristine landscapes overshadowed by Borneo. Stretching like a giant K, the island's 4 peninsulas are separated by a mountainous inland region. The island's rugged terrain has protected its pristine underwater environment and helped many communities thrive in isolation. If the beauty on land is majestic, then the underwater world of Penida is vibrant and dazzling. Siargao, Philippines. Located in northeastern Mindanao, it has rapidly transformed from a secret spot for professional surfers into a global tourism hotspot. It's impossible to talk about Siargao without mentioning Cloud 9. I call it the grand theater of the surfing world. With its perfect, powerful, and challenging tubular wave, Cloud 9 has put Siargao on the world map. Remarkably, despite the tourism boom, Siargao has retained an admirable level of unspoiled nature. Unlike Boracay, development in Siargao seems to have been driven by the surfing community and nature lovers themselves. Hainan, China. Haikou, China's southernmost tropical island province, is famous for its stunning beaches, luxurious resorts, and lush tropical forests, often called the Hawaii of China. As a major free trade port, it is rapidly developing, offering a blend of vibrant urban life, unique Li ethnic culture, its volcanic geology, and abundant marine life and tropical fruits have made it a popular destination both domestically and internationally. A tropical island with white sandy beaches, coconut trees, tropical rainforests, and volcanic areas, with 2 distinct monsoon seasons. Bantayan, Philippines. The beaches in Bantayan, especially the Santa Fe area, boast fine powdery white sand that stretches and sparkles in the sunlight. The turquoise waters are shallow and calm, creating a perfect setting for ultimate relaxation. Unlike the hustle and bustle of Boracay or Cebu, Bantayan offers a slower pace of life. This is the ideal place to admire the spectacular sights of the sunrise and sunset over the ocean, a soul-healing experience. The name Bantayan in the local language means guard post, or to keep an eye on. Cao, Philippines. If you're planning a trip to the Philippines but want to find famous and unique destinations, Cao Island is a destination in the Philippines, more precisely located between the southeastern part of Luzon and Masbate. And it is one of the 3 large islands of Masbate province in the Philippines. The total area of Cao Island is approximately 334 square kilometers, boasting an incredibly diverse and pristine ecosystem. Koh Kood, Thailand. What sets Koh Kood apart from its more famous siblings, like Phuket or Koh Samui, is its unspoiled and exclusive nature. This island has a very low population density, only about 2,000 people, and over 70% of its area is covered in tropical forest. When you arrive here, you will feel a precious silence, broken only by the sound of waves and birdsong. The sand here, like at Ao Frau or Klong Chau, is finely powdery white, and the turquoise seawater is so clear you can see the bottom. Instead of the hustle and bustle of beach parties, this place offers privacy in ocean-facing bungalows designed in harmony with nature.